So here we have Sonic 3D Blast, which released for the Genesis and the Sega Saturn, and I'll immediately say this game, it certainly is not a blast. This was like the first Sonic game I ever played, and that was a fucking mistake. Outside of the music, this game barely does anything right. I'd rather play it over Rise of Lyric, but that really isn't saying much. I'd rather pay some bills, eat some cereal, or better yet, just take a nap instead of playing Rise of Lyric. So Sonic 3D Blast setup isn't exactly anything special. It sees him going to Flicky Island and trying to rescue the animals from Eggman. Yeah, it's about as basic as it gets. But this time he's doing it in the third dimension. This was Sonic's first attempt at a 3D game, and yeah, it's really awkward. The game is played from this like top-down perspective, where yes, you are moving around in a 3D space and you are platforming, but man, I struggle to call this game a 3D platformer. I will just say immediately, this is one of the most awkward video games I've ever played. The controls feel like dog shit. They're super sensitive, but at the same time they're incredibly stiff and awkward. It's wildly imprecise. It just never feels good. You never get any kind of speed or sense of speed. Platforming and figuring out exactly where you're going to land can just kind of be a nightmare. And it doesn't matter how many times I've come back to this game, it's never even felt close to good. Shoot, it's never even felt far away from bad. It's just awful, and it kind of ruins like the entire game. The controls and the feel and the platforming are just so terrible that it makes playing this game a struggle, a chore. It's difficult to play more than even a few minutes of this game. The level design isn't exactly helping things either. This game isn't a straight simple A to B platformer. You're dropped into these kind of open areas and you have to find the flickies, and you have to rescue enough of them to progress on to the next section where you do the exact same thing over and over until you finally fight a boss. And so what this leads you to doing is combing every single nook and cranny of these levels to make sure you don't miss the birds so you don't have to backtrack, and it's just not fun. The level design is not intuitive. It feels all over the place. Some of these levels start getting really big, especially as you get further in the game. It becomes incredibly tedious. You never get to go past a slight jog, and they're just kind of a mess. There isn't a single good level in this game, and visually, it's just kind of an abomination. There's so much visual noise, like it's a straight clusterfuck. I don't know where to go next. I don't know where I can even go, and it only gets worse the more you play this game. The longer you'll play this game, the more and more you'll dislike it. There are special stages, which are nothing special. There's boss fights, and thanks to the isometric viewpoint, landing on enemies is stupidly difficult, and this game just doesn't really feel like a Sonic game. Through and through, it barely feels like a Sonic game. Yeah, Sonic and Eggman are in it, but it doesn't play anything like a Sonic game, and it's just a terrible game in its own right. It's like a weird Frankenstein monster of like a concept of a 3D game with Sonic thrown in. You know, I'm not even going to entertain that idea. It's just a terrible game. I don't recommend this game to anybody. I think this game is actually often overlooked when people are talking about the worst Sonic games of all time. This game is almost as bad as it gets. Outside of the soundtrack, especially the Saturn version, it is incredible. It is so good. I love the music from this game, but I could not play another minute of this game unless you were going to ban me from Wendy's for life or something drastic like that. Like, it sucked then, and it's going to suck forever.